Okay, well, I figured I would get on here and make a video. First and foremost, my heart and my prayers continue to go out to the Mills family. Andrea Mills passed away, I believe it was on the 19th of August. And I heard about it from another YouTuber that I follow, Just So Trish. I had originally started watching Andrea because I also went to an ACE school, and at our school we did things a little bit different than traditional schools, and I'd never really seen anywhere else like that. But I now homeschool, and I wanted to incorporate those things into my home life somehow, and I was having a hard time trying to figure out how to do it, and I'm not very organized, and I'm not very graceful. And I just happened to find her channel, Just So Trish and Andrea Mills. And it was, ironically enough, I think a few months or so went by, and then my mom sends me a video because she saw this woman and how she dressed her kids the same, and she thought it was so cute, and she sent it to me. And out of all the videos she could have sent me, I'd actually already seen that one, and I was like, oh, I love Andrea Mills. That's one of my favorite people right now, because she just took things and just put them in such simple terms and made me feel so at ease when she spoke. She was a true woman of God. Honestly, I've never seen a more poised and graceful woman in my entire 31 years of life. That woman, I just thank God for her. I really thank God for her. So she's always been very poised and very graceful and very she reminds me of one of the sisters at our school, or my school. The sisters at the school, they never showed overly they were never overly emotional. They were never snappy or rude, I think with the exception of like one. But for the majority of the sisters at my school, that's what she reminded me of. She reminded me of a sister from the school. And until I saw one of her other videos, which I didn't actually see it until after she passed away, I had mostly just looked at her stuff for guiding with schooling and homeschooling and finding ways to make it a little bit more for us. And let me tell you, I've seen some of her other videos now, and I am just in complete and utter awe. This woman was a true vessel for the Holy Spirit. There's things that's been going on in my life, and things that the Lord has been telling me and speaking to me in my spirit, not in an audible voice, but He has been letting me know certain things. And after Andrea's passing, I began watching some of her older videos, some of the ones on theology, and I had no idea that this woman was so well-rounded. She's not just a good mother and a good teacher. She is a good thinker and a good wife and a good friend, and it just blows my mind how amazing she is. And I say is because her spirit lives on through those children, through her husband, through her videos. Her spirit lives on. I mean, I know her soul is with Jesus, but the essence of her is still here, and I feel that so very much. And I think it's really just a testimony that God is outside of time. God is outside of our understanding of anything, really. Our little brains cannot fathom what God has in store, and this woman is a true testament of that. There were certain things that I was thinking in my mind, and that the Lord is telling me, and then I go back and watch some of these videos, and she starts saying some of these things. I mean, down to just little details of like the little magnets that she had and didn't know what to do with them. I had also bought the same kind of magnets with the colors around them, and I put them on my fridge for one thing, and it didn't work, and they just kind of been sitting there. But there's just little things. I know that really probably doesn't make sense, but there's lots of little things that have been happening like that, where I go to say or do something, or I'm thinking something, and the Lord speaks something into my spirit, and He's confirming it through her, showing me that she is still present, not body-wise, but she is still present very, very much, and the Lord is using her still, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful thought. when I first started, the reason I wanted this stuff was, like I said, I was doing homeschooling, but I'm not a homeschooling mom of 8 or 7 or 6 or 5. I only have 2 girls, and I also am a single mom. So the things that I do have to be a little bit modified to be able to fit perfectly with what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish. And she still is helping me do it and confirming things. And this is a disclaimer, an honest disclaimer here, confession, if you will. I am struggling to quit smoking. The Lord had helped me overcome this once before, and I won't get into that right now, but He literally delivered me. He's delivered me so many times with nothing short of a miracle, and just showing me that He is the one in control. I recently burned my hand, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's really not even there, and it's only been like 3 days. My hand, I had 2nd-degree burns. It was bad. It was really bad. I'd never felt pain like that. I've never gone to the doctor or to the ER for a burn, and it was just that bad. But God is showing me that He can heal me, is my point in that. And God is also telling me He's going to heal me of this smoking just like He did before. But there's a lesson to be learned in the midst of this. So I'm basically making this as a confession. I am by no means as poised and graceful and deserving of the attention or the love that Andrea Mills got. And that's not my reason for doing things here. But I do want to point out that Andrea has shown me that you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be real. And you have to be willing to set aside what others think and do what the Lord is telling you to do. And I am so thankful. I'm trying not to get choked up here. I'm so thankful to be able to have these over 600 videos of hers. And I'm even more grateful that Tom is going to continue them, because now I feel like I'm a part of their family. I know this sounds really weird, but I feel like I'm a part of it. I pray for them like they are my own. And I can only imagine how like devastating it is to just have the carpet ripped out from underneath them. But I know that she has laid the groundwork for these children and for her husband. And the Lord had spoken to her spirit, and she was aware of a lot more than I think any of us are really thinking that she was aware of. And she's made it extremely far, as far as furthering the kingdom of God. And I'm rambling now, and I don't mean to ramble, but I always feel silly when I make these videos. And that was one of the videos that I recently watched of hers last night, was her saying how she felt silly making these videos and how she didn't want to edit them. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly how I'm feeling. I don't really get ready anymore, and it's just me and my girls, and I've moved to a new state, and I've just gone through all of these changes, and I feel so alone. And even through her passing, she showed me that I'm not alone. And even through the video her husband just posted, we are not alone. I posted a video a few months back, or maybe a year back now, that said I am not alone. And that is a reoccurring theme that keeps popping up. And now I truly feel like I am not alone. But my confession of the cigarettes, I'm trying to quit smoking. I'm trying to quit smoking completely. And it is a struggle. I have bought some overcoming addiction books, and I know that a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's just smoking cigarettes. Like, please, I have way worse addictions than that. I'm not here to compare my addiction to anybody else's. Nobody knows where I've come from. Nobody knows how many things and addictions that I have overcome. This is just the one that I'm at right now, and I'm wanting to share and wanting to hold myself accountable. If I put this out there, I'm making a confession, and there's nowhere I can hide anymore. And I think that's going to be the best situation for me personally. I'm not saying that that's what everybody should do, but I've got 2 little girls that I need to continue doing things for. And this thing with Andrea has showed me that life is short and it's precious, and that we need to make the most of the time that we have. So I ask you guys to please pray with me for the Mills family and everybody who has been touched by her and her family. I'm truly, truly grateful. I'm truly grateful for all these things to be able to look back on and to refer to. And it is giving me strength. And I do not feel like I'm alone. I do feel like I've got support. Sorry. But yes, pray with me for this family. For these children. They are probably stronger than any kids that I've ever known, and they're amazing children. Just from watching them, watching how their mother interacts with them, it's just the most beautiful thing, and it's taught me to slow down and to just let my kids be kids and then just enjoy the moment. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I have lots of lots of things that I want to talk about, but I have no idea where to start with any of it. So I thought that I would just come on here and just give credit where credit is due to Andrea Mills, and I'm very grateful to her husband. Thank you for continuing these videos. It warms my heart, and I know your wife would most definitely approve. So thanks for watching, guys. I have a couple other videos. I have a lot of videos that I've recorded. I just always feel too shy to post them. I'm too judgmental of myself. So same thing with this. I'm just going to try my hardest not to watch it, and I'm just going to post it. And if there's anything that you guys would like to see or you guys would like to hear more of, I do the ACE curriculum. It's a single mom, small house type thing, and nothing like Andrea Mills, but I am trying to modify. If you have any advice for me, if you have anything that you would like to tell me for quitting smoking or for the homeschooling, large family, small family, it doesn't matter. I'm very grateful for any kind of help. I thank you. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you soon.